With several major stories here with financial impact. There is no financial impact from the terror attack, if that's what it is, the Sweden attack, I should say. No financial impact whatsoever. But we've got a very disappointing jobs report. We have President Trump meeting, as we speak, with President Xi of China. And we have those Tomahawk missiles launched by America against the Syrian airbase from which was launched that poison gas attack. Now, on that story, do you remember this? Then President Obama issuing a red line in Syria back in 2012. Listen to this.
We have been very clear to the Assad regime, but also to other players on the ground, that a red line for us is we start seeing a whole bunch of chemical weapons moving around or being utilized.
That was the red line. Nothing happened. Zuhdi Jasser joins us now, American Islamic Forum for Democracy president. Zuhdi, what do you make of this attack on the Syrian airbase overnight? Do you approve?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for the first time, Stuart, other than the attacks on ISIS from the West, there has been a force of good acting against the evil, the genocidal regime of Assad. And listen, let's understand how we got here. As the clip you just played, we got here because of 8 years of complete feckless weakness, where every evil regime, especially Assad, has felt they could do whatever they wanted, cross any lines they wanted, with no reaction from the free world, and especially from our commander-in-chief. Now, we have a commander-in-chief who listens to his Department of Defense and his generals. You know, listen, last week, Secretary Tillerson's comments actually may have led to this need for action, because he gave Assad the green light and said we wouldn't do anything, that his fate is up to the Syrian people, which was the talking points of the Syrians and of the Russians. But then he thought that green light meant they could use chemical weapons. They used it, and President Trump saw the pictures of children, understood what was actually happening. 77 days into his presidency, he listened to his military, and he will not let this stand, and acted, versus a president previously that did nothing.
Now, what do you want to see happen next from America's point of view? What should we do next?
Well, I think, first of all, finally, Assad and Putin and others, North Korea, will blink. They understand that we have a president that will act. Next, we need to understand what our Syria strategy is, that you can't get rid of ISIS without also seeing an eventual end of Assad. We need a four-point strategy. Number one, eventually the withdrawal of Iran and Russia from Syria, so that it can truly be a civil war.
That's not going to happen. I mean, honestly, Zuhdi, I mean, can you see that happening? Why should they just retreat? Why?
Just like, why should they retreat from the Ukraine? I mean, at the end of the day, if they truly want the fate of Syria to be up to the Syrian people, it cannot be a client state of a terror sponsor of Iran. It cannot be a client state of Russia just because they want to have a base in Tartus. It needs to follow conventional resolutions from the UN. They can't commit war crimes. We need to hold them accountable. And that's what started with these Tomahawk missiles, and the price and the punishment that they got last night, that they can no longer simply have a green light to do whatever they want because they want to have a client state in Syria.
Zuhdi Jasser, thank you very much for joining us on an important day. Thank you, sir. Much obliged to you.